Okay, we're going on another thing here. This is the import hardware line valve. So you're going to break this puppy loose. Break it loose. I've already done it. Make sure it's in the open position when you take these stems out. So once you get that nut undone, you're going to unthread it. As you can see, it is a really cheap stem. See how cheap that is? Then if you look at the bottom, it just has a press-on washer. There's no way to repair it. Then down inside the valve body where the seat is, I don't know if it's a good enough light. Let me see if I can get some light on that. Okay, so I can get some light on that, so maybe you can see down inside there. So down inside there, I don't know if you can see it good enough, but the seat is chewed up. So it's just going to keep on chewing up whatever you put on there. So make sure that you check your seats before you try to repair the valve. So on this valve, it's really not repairable. Some of them do have a replaceable bib screw and washer. You can repair them, but a lot of them don't. If they do and the seat looks okay, you can unthread it and put it back together. Then here's the other problem. If it's leaking out by the top by the handle and these packing nuts are not available, the stem's not available. So, in order to repair it, we sell this stuff here at the shop called string packing. What you're going to do is make sure you leave that rubber washer there and that metal washer that was on here. There was a metal washer. Make sure you leave that on there. You're going to take it, I'm going to wrap about half of it around this shaft. Normally cut it. You're going to repack it. Let's just cut this real quick, since I'm just using it as a sample. Come on, baby. Cut for me, cut. There we go. You're going to wrap it around that shaft there. Get a good, nice, tight wrap. I normally leave the old washer in there. It gives it more to tighten up against. So now we got that repacked. Going to thread that back in. And you're going to try to, when you tighten down the nut, got a little bit on there, but we tighten down the nut, open up the valve, tighten down the nut, open up the valve. So, you're going to go back on, turn the main back on. If you have water shooting out of here, you got to repack it again. If you don't, you're good to go. Then you just shut the valve off and you're fixed. Turn it back on just again to see how it works. If you don't have water shooting out of here, you fix the packing problem with the water leaking out by the handle. And that's how you repair the cheap hardware line valve bodies. They are made overseas, so they're not made here in the US. They are made with lead in them. So the American brass Arrowhead, the American standard, the American versions are Arrowhead brass or Woodfords. They do not have lead in them, like the Arrowhead brass one says lead free. So you know that it does not have lead. But these hardware line ones, we see these coming to the shop all the time, and we end up selling them the Arrowhead brass ones because they're better quality, heavier brass, and they'll last a lot longer, and you can fix them. And same thing with these. To make them back up to code, you thread on the vacuum breaker. You do not have to put Teflon tape on there because it has a washer already in there to make the seal. Tighten up that screw right here. Once it's tightened, don't over tighten it. Like I said before, if you over tighten it, you'll end up drilling it out and making a drill mark into this, and it might not seal again when you put on your new one. So this is your vacuum breaker, which makes it up to code for anti-siphon. Alright, that's how you work on an import valve and an Arrowhead valve. I did want to show you the difference in the quality of the material. They are a difference in quality. So if you could feel the weight, I wish I could show you the weight difference. The weight in this Arrowhead brass is like weighs about a pound, where this only weighs maybe half a pound. So the material, the brass is heavier. The import ones, the brass, they don't make the brass really heavy, and they make it thin wall as possible. They make the stems really cheap. Where the Arrowhead brass, the stems are rebuildable, and you can buy parts to fix it, and there's a lot better quality valve. By the way, this is Lance over here at M1 Specialties, and you can come down and buy these parts at the shop.